My husband's business started struggling earlier this year. Since then, there was days he would sit me down and gently ask for patience, promising he would put things back in order. Even when money was tight, he still tried, sometimes painfully hard, to provide for our home. He has always been a responsible man. This is the same man who stood by me through school. The same man who, after our wedding, opened a large shop for me without hesitation. The same man who never once asked me to contribute to household bills because, in his words, that's my responsibility, babe. He carried everything quietly without complaint. Recently, I confided in my elder sister that I wanted to support my husband's business. Instead of encouraging me, she became angry. How could I give my husband such a mantle when our only brother had just returned from Malaysia and needed money to start a business? What made it more confusing was that my father had already supported my brother twice in the past, and both opportunities wasted. Still under pressure, doubt, and emotional confusion, I made a decision I now deeply regret. Last month, I gave my brother that money. To this day, I honestly don't know how my husband found out. 4 days ago, he woke me up in the middle of the night. His voice was calm, but his eyes were heavy. "Did you give your brother money?" he asked. I panicked. I was shocked and I lied. I said no. Yesterday evening, found him alone in our bedroom, quietly crying. That sight broke something inside me. When I asked what was wrong, he looked at me with eyes I barely recognized and asked softly, "Who am I to you?" I answered immediately, "You are my husband." He shook his head and said he felt like a complete stranger in his own home. That he watched himself struggle while I stood by and did nothing. That the woman he sacrificed so much for chose everyone else over him. I couldn't hold myself together anymore. I broke down and cried too. Not long after that, he walked out of the house. Since then, I haven't seen him. He won't answer my calls. He hasn't replied my messages. This morning, I went to his shop, hoping to find him there, but it was locked. Later, I spoke to one of his closest friends. He told me my husband called him late last night while crying, but hung up before he could say a word. Right now, I feel completely lost. I never meant to hurt the man who has done so much for me. I never meant to make him feel alone in his own marriage. But here I am, afraid. I may have broken something I don't know how to fix. Please, what should I do? How do I get my husband back? I need honest advice. What advice would you give this our sister? I would like to see your advice in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.